today we will see the case study on elasticity of demand in the real world. So in this case study we will compare how the demand and the price will vary in a short and long run in a different country. We will see one by one. First we will see the definition of elasticity of demand. So that is, price elasticity of demand measures the responsiveness of a quantity demanded for a product to change in price. So that is the definition of the price elasticity of demand. For calculating the coefficient of elasticity of the demand, that is the difference in the quantity demanded, percentage difference in the quantity demanded divided by percentage change in the price. So that is the formula. So based on that only we will compare the price for short run and long run. Say in price elasticity demand, so there is commodity and elasticity. Say for urban areas in India, butter, petrol, tea and clothing. So this value, this commodity will vary for short run as well as long run. So for short run, almost butter and clothing will have the elasticity, coefficient of elasticity is around 1 above 1. The remaining two are 0.3 and 0.7. When compared to long run, it is much higher. Likewise, for United States also, clothing, beer and electricity, gasolines will vary. Especially the most of the peoples, what they are likely to choose is nothing but beer, right? So in India, mostly they choose butter for having butter product, right? So how we can say that the value is elastic or inelastic or unitary elastic? Say listen, if the price elasticity of demand, that is coefficient of elasticity, if it is 0, then it is say that perfectly inelastic, which means that there is no change in the price. So when the price changes, there is no change in the demand also. It means that it is a vertical line. For the coefficient of values lies between 0 and 1, say the value of the demand from A to B. So the percentage change in the demand from A to B is smaller than the percentage change in the price. Say listen, numerator is small. Obviously the value should be less than 1, right? So the type of elasticity is called inelastic. If the value is 1, so which means percentage change in the price is also 15%, so demand is reduced also 15%, which means that both are 15%. Obviously the value should be 1. So for a greater value, obviously how we can say that for 20% increase in price, 30% drop in the demand. Obviously the percentage change in the demand is, elasticity of demand is nothing but 1.5, right? For having that one, if P is inelastic, we will segregate that one by ones. How, whether we can attain revenue increases or decreases. If PD is inelastic, right, and then the firm rises its price. If the price is PD is inelastic, firm rises its price, means the revenue will increase. Likewise, PD is elastic, firm is lowering the prices also, revenue will also increase. PD is inelastic and prices rises, firm rises prices, here the revenue use decreases. So we will have different cases by increasing or reducing the price, lowering the price up to for 4%, 30%, 20% and 15%. So we will see the trend how the revenue increases and decreases for different cases for price demand. So likewise, income elasticity of demand. So for first one is based on the price. Here the second one is based on the income of an individual, right? Say listen, if an individual have larger income, he have more number of commitments, right? So that is the main objective. So for most normal product, a rise in the customer income will result in the rise in the demand. Obviously, if the wages of the customer is less, his spending is also less, obviously. So how we can compare the luxurious and necessity? if we earn more amount of money, he'll opt for luxuries. Or if his earning is very less, he will comes under necessities, right? If income elasticity more than one, he will choose consumer goods, expensive holidays, and branded goods. If it is less, he go for example milk and own label goods, that is substitute goods. He will choose only substitute goods, right? So we'll see the trend for income elasticity of demand here for commodity milk, mutton for various countries. So milk, mutton, goat meat, India, beef. These are all for India and UK and Canada. So we can able to see the trend. In India, most of the people used to buy only mutton and goat meat. That is income elasticity is around 3.17. Whatever may be the price, they used to buy these commodities. But unlike beef and cheese, these are all very less, right? So again in Canada they used to buy wine very high manner, but later that all the values are very less. So here it impacts that the primary necessities should be fulfilled, either we are having the low wages or high wages. So milk is also essential one, but non-veg, that is mutton and goat meat, is a more essential one in India. So we come to know that how the people are spending their money in the various commodity, right? So here the values lies between 0. That is less than 1 to greater than 1, right? So much greater than one is mutton and goat meat and wine. So these two are all the much needed meat commodities. Right. Last one is cross price elasticity of demand. In cross price elasticity of demand, we know that obviously if you take a cup of coffee and a tea, if the coffee prices rises, obviously we say if coffee price is around 10 rupees or 20 rupees, but tea is only 7 rupees, obviously we opt for tea only. But if the earning is very high, they choose coffee instead of tea. So that is the cross price elasticity of demand. Similarities, so they have alternatives, complementary goods, substitutes. We can say that like that, right? Yes. So cross demand, I will give you one example related to close substitutes and weak substitutes. If close substitutes, listen, small rise in the price of X, say this is our price X, causes a large rise in the demand of Y, right? So if the price is slightly increased, the demand is very high. Say for example, if coffee price is 25 rupees but tea price is only 10, obviously the demand of tea is increased drastically. Weak substitute, large in the price rise leads to small increase in demand. Say, so that is the second category. We must know these two, how the close substitutes and weak substitutes are come into picture. So here what is meant by weak substitute? So close substitute is like a tea. What will become a weak substitute? Say how we can say the hot chocolate, that and all, right? These are the cross demand examples, and also cross price elasticity of demand. In India, the first I already told you, commodity tea and commodity Y, coffee, T, X, Y. Okay. Here the elasticity is around 0.37. Again, butter, the ratio we come to know that entertainment, food. So it leads to very high value. So that is all about the elasticity in the commodity for various countries, right? So finally we can able to conclude that the objective of the business firms to increase the price of a commodity to improve their revenue, right? So here by concluding this one, by having the design thinking part, first of all, whether the price of a commodity should be raised or not, we have to analyze that one. unless otherwise if you raise the price of a commodity, it leads to a drop in the demand. Obviously we will lost our revenue, right? So in this case study we will cover up to ideate part, right? So first of all we have to up the what are the problems encountered by the consumers, and we have to sort out the problems. Based on it only whether we need to increase the price of a commodity or reduce the price of a commodity. So if we suggest that, and then we will see the result whether the product is successful or not. So I hope you all understand about the demand in the world, elasticity of demand in the world. Thank you.